A simple hello could lead to a million things. Thank you for joining me today. It's Tuesday, November 12th, another Tuesday with Theresa. I am Theresa Paul, Senior Executive Unit Leader with Avon. I thought we'd share a video this week. The call 2 weeks ago, we talked about a million things with our Avon business. Well, not quite a million, but you know me, I could go on and on and on. So this week I figured there's a million more things that we could talk about. And while I was looking for a graphic to put on the event page, I found this quote: "A simple hello could lead to a million things." And I started thinking about that simple hello, and our relationships all start with a simple hello, right? Your boyfriends, your husbands, wives, friends, everything all starts with a hello. So I started thinking about my customers and my downline, and how I didn't know all these people, hundreds and hundreds of people, hundreds of customers, and hundreds of representatives in my downline that I didn't know previously to any of this, and probably a couple thousand actually, my regular customers and everything else. But how all those relationships started one way or another with a simple hello. So, and in my downline, so I was thinking, you know, I was in a grocery store shopping. Yeah, I used to shop. I had to feed the kids and everybody. But so I was in the grocery store shopping, and I had my recruiting brochures with me. And they all had, you know, my Avon brochures, and they all had a recruiting flyer. It wasn't this one, but it was a pink one, and I don't know why I remember that, because this was 11 years ago. But I had them in the store, and I was walking through the store, and I saw Rose, and I said hello to Rose. Rose used to work at the one and only grocery store we had in our town, and they closed that, so we were in the next town shopping. And we chatted for a few minutes, and I gave Rose the Avon brochure, and she said, "Oh, I love Avon." She said, "I usually buy it through my daughter. There's somebody at her job, or you know, that they bought from." But they weren't really happy with that representative lately. So I gave Rose the brochure, and she took it home. And her daughter called me and decided she wanted to become a representative. So, like I said, that was 11 years ago. That representative, she became President's Club her first year. She's still with me 11 years later. Honor Society a few times during that. She was became a unit leader a year after she joined, and she's still a unit leader. And she's quite happy being a unit leader. She doesn't want to do anything more than that. She likes where she is. But that simple hello to Rose in the store 11 years ago led to a million things. So this campaign is actually this representative's 11th anniversary with Avon. So so again, the hello, you know, you don't know where it's going to lead. That's what my thought was, you know, when you start thinking about this. You don't know where just saying hello to somebody is going to take you. But all of those people over the years that have been with me, have come and gone or whatever, all again started with a simple hello. And which, you know, that hello leads to a million things we experience together: the shopping, the ordering, the playing with the lipsticks and the new mascaras, sharing stories about our pets and our kids and our lives. So, so then that got me thinking that maybe, you know, you've heard me talk about the 100 no's, and you know, how to find people when you're prospecting and everything, but sometimes that 100 no's, that no sounds so negative. So I was thinking, what if we went for 100 hellos? You know, what if our goal was to say hello to 100 people every day? Can you imagine the prospective leads that you could get from that, you know, to build your business, or to make, you know, customers or friends or whatever? But a simple hello 100 times a day, I'm betting we'll all have so many more opportunities to offer our business and our products, our Avon opportunities. So, and besides saying hello to everyone every day that we pass by or come in contact with, how else can we find these people to say hello to. How else are we going to get these 100 hellos? Because I think that's what we need to do. So last week, I was out with Rosa Troya, my executive unit leader, and last week. I know a lot of you guys think that we spend almost every day together and we work a lot. We don't, once a month maybe, but last week we went out. We were together all day. We started out, we were going to do a little door-to-door. We did some tossing. We went to lunch. We did some tailgating. We had like a very, very busy day. And we weren't exactly sure where we were going to go with it, and one thing led to another. But, you know, we had a conversation with a young lady in the pizza shop because I said hello to her. And we got her contact information and gave her a try-it kit. And, hey, Rosa, what happened with her? Did you follow up? So anyway, Rosa and I made some videos that day while we were out. And you guys know I love to go door to door, and that was the main way that I built my customer base way back when. So we made a little video of us doing a little door to door prep and then knocking on a few doors. So here's a little bit about what we did with that. Hello, Rosa.
Good morning. I am taking out books so that we can do door to door. I got my pad, my Avon brochures. I'm going to put my pin on.
What's in your bag with your brochures, Miss Rosa?
A recruiting flyer.
What's it say?
Buy or sell Avon. No inventory required. Free website, online training.
Does it have your website on it so they can go to your website?
Website, my 1-800 number.
Ah.
And also for good time, well.
Awesome.
I got my Happy Bitch wine to start off.
Are you taking that with you when you knock on the door?
Yes. This is afterwards.
Okay, when we go celebrate. So
I have some samples also, in case people want to try some samples.
Okay. Look at the sky, Rosa. Do you think it's going to rain on us?
Probably will, but we'll make the best of it.
All right, we'll just do this before we get wet.
Yes. I have an Avon bag, some books, my pin. All right, let's see who's home.
So I think that nobody's home, so she's probably going to leave her brochure hanging on the door.
I'm doing that shortcut.
Ah, look at her, cutting right through the driveways. Okay, I'm going to close my car and go over that way.
Nobody's home.
Well, that's because it's about 11:30 on a weekday, so people are probably out doing errands or working. Okay, so we had brochures and our pads and our pens, and yeah, I'm reading from my notes. One thing I did way back when I was building my business door to door, and we didn't do that, you know, that day when I was out with Rosa, and I don't really do it as much lately, but lumpy brochures. You guys have heard about lumpy brochures. And anyone that was from any of my old friends out here that were from the old Avon forums way back when probably remember there was Gail Wagner and her lumpy brochure posts. And that's another one of those great relationships that came from a simple hello on a message board way back when. And we still keep in touch, maybe sometimes only once a year, once every other year, but we do. That was a relationship that was formed from a hello way back when. So Gail had her lumpy brochures, and she kind of had a method that I pretty much followed. And what's a lumpy brochure? It's an Avon brochure that you take and you add some samples to. What I did was I would kind of go through the brochure, the future brochure, when I was getting ready to place my order and see what was going to be on sale. And I would make about 20 of these a campaign that I would take with me door to door. And I would see what was going to be on sale. If the lipsticks were on sale, I would get lipstick samples and the eyeshadow samples and just a few things. Maybe 2 or 3 samples in a brochure to show off the product. But I didn't do those in all the brochures. I didn't do those in every book that was going to be hanging on a door if the person wasn't home. Those were only given to the people that I spoke to face to face. So I had also other books with me that I would take, you know, in the What's New bags, maybe an older book. So the people that answered the doors and I spoke to that were interested in Avon, they got the brochure with the samples. And I got their contact information, and when I followed up with them before I put my order in, I could ask them about the samples. Did you like the lipstick? Would you like to try it in another color? Did you like the texture? Did you like the eye cream? Did you like, you know? So it's a good way to have a conversation with them. And you know, putting the samples in the bags that you're just going to leave hanging on doors, you don't even know if that person likes Avon or if they've already got someone they're buying from. And I know some people put samples when they toss. I don't like to do that. That's, you know, to me that's a waste of money. Do what you want, do how you want it, but that's not the way I did it. I want to make sure, you know, it costs money, and we're trying to do this to make money, and yeah, we have to invest a little bit, but I want to be able to follow up with them and talk to them about what I've given them. So a lumpy brochure. So I would take, you know, the lipstick sample, and I taped it to the page. Yeah, this one's not on sale, this book, but I just wanted to show you what I do with the samples. And then the eyeshadow sample I would tape to the page as well. The eye creams are on sale. I stuck that in there. I taped that to the page down there. Can you see it? A little reflection from the light there. And then another thing, like we didn't have these back then, but now we have the scented pages. So see the little circle with the little dots? They're scented pages, and there's probably sometimes 6 of them in a brochure, men's pages, women's pages. And you don't even have to do this with the lumpy brochures, but you can do this with your regular customers too. Like if you know your customer likes fragrance or you want to promote the new fragrance, just fold up the page. I folded up the corner, and then I folded it up again into the middle so that when you close it, that sticks out the top. And it draws attention to that page. And you can even put a little note in there, a little sticky note or a little label that says, I thought you might like this. And tell them how to use the sample, because a lot of people don't realize what this is. And they'll scratch it and sniff their finger, or they'll scratch it and sniff the thing and say, oh, it smells like paper. Well, yeah, because you're smelling paper. Show them how to use it. Rub your wrist on it and then smell your wrist. Ooh, see, now you're smelling the fragrance, not the paper and not your finger. So anyway, that was the lumpy brochures that I used. And so I would take these books with me, and I would go door to door in a neighborhood. And maybe I would have 20 of these, or sometimes it was only 10, depending on what I could afford. And I would knock on the doors and give them out. And I had my my notepad and my pen with me, and I kept track of everywhere I went. And I wrote down if they answered the door, yes. If they were not interested, no. If I gave a brochure to the husband, whatever. So then I knew that the next time I went out, next week or the following week, to go back to those houses again, because I wanted to make sure that I talked to everybody in that neighborhood before I moved on to the next. And so if they got the lumpy brochure, and they didn't have an order, I didn't necessarily give that same person another lumpy brochure the next time, but I did give her a brochure the next time, because I wanted to make sure that everybody got a lumpy brochure and that I spoke to everybody. And then I would do this for several campaigns. Gail's method, I think she would say 7 campaigns, and sometimes I would do 5, and I probably should have done 8, because there's like some industry standards or something that will tell you that most sales are made after the 8th contact. So we're kind of giving up too soon if we only toss an area a couple times, or if we only talk to a person a couple times, which a lot of us do. We give up too soon, because most of the sales are made after the 8th contact. So, and what I would do too sometimes is, instead of going like 7 campaigns in a row, I might do 2 or 3 campaigns in a row, skip a campaign and do another area of that campaign, and then go back to that area again, you know, if I wasn't getting a lot of action. And then after a while, you know, I would take whatever customers I had there. That was great. The rest of them, I guess, didn't want me, and move on to the next area. So it's not really a science, but, you know, you're going to do what you're comfortable with and what works for you. But don't just do an area once, and don't just give up after the first try, because, you know, they do want us. Just maybe not right that day, right that minute. So that's another way that we were getting our 100 hellos, knocking on doors and saying hello. Sorry, it's hard for me to read this and strain in my eyes here. how do you decide what sample to put in the lumpy brochure? The skincare, yeah, because the skincare we make, that's where our profit is. You know, we're a skincare company. We want skincare customers because they're repeat customers. They use the skincare products and they need to buy more. The lipsticks, yeah, they do buy lipsticks, but we make more on the skincare than we do on the lipsticks. So I do a whole across the board on all the products. So sometimes we can get the bath samples or the footwork samples. It depends. You know, we have different samples now than we used to a few years ago. 10 years ago, we even had different variety of samples, and hopefully Avon will be bringing a more selection of samples for us. So, you know, you'll kind of figure out what to do or what you can afford to do if it's only 1 or 2 samples, and then the folded up page with the scented pages. So, so let's see, keeping track. And I did remember, like I said, follow up, my favorite F word. After you've done all this work and everything, you want to contact them and see if they had an order for you. Did you like the samples, and what can I order for you? So, and it's just a simple phone call, really. Hi, this is Theresa with Avon. I was just checking to see if I could order anything for you this campaign, or if you like the samples I left you. It's just so simple. It's not a pushy phone call at all. And a lot of times I hear representatives saying, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be pushy. You're not being pushy. You're offering good customer service. So I did keep track of the customers once they started buying from me. I use the Avon's customer development logs that we have in the tools and resources in the Pathways training, and I've talked about those before too. But use those to track your customers and their buying habits, because that will help you make sure that they get brochures after they started buying from you, know who to go to, just use the tools that are there. So then the other day after we did our little door-to-door, and we realized there weren't really that many people home that morning. It was, I think, the day before Halloween, so I'm not sure where everybody was that day, but there weren't too many people home. So we decided just to toss brochures instead. And if you're doing this alone, kind of be careful, but sometimes I'll toss by myself, and I'm driving down the road and I have the driver's side out, flipping out the driver's side window, or I'm flipping out the passenger side window, but I really hate when I forget to put that window down and I flip it across the car and it bounces back at me. But here's a little video of our tossing fun. Let's see what we did here. This is Rosa. Hi, Rosa.
We actually,
With her box of books.
right?
Bagged. We decided to toss because there weren't too many people home, although it looks like someone might be home in some of these houses. They're just not answering the doors today.
We should have wore our hats and costume.
Okay, Mama. Yeah, our Halloween trick-or-treating hats. My witch hat that plays music. All right, I'm turning this off so I don't crash the car when I drive. Continue. I'm going to see if I can... Wait, hang on, Rosa. If I can drive and do this and watch Rosa flip them out. How do you hold the bag, Rosa? The book by the corner, frisbee it. This one's easy because we're just flipping at the bottom of the mailboxes.
Nothing special, we just flipping.
I don't even know if we can really see this because I'm trying to drive. I got the
We can't go in
glare.
the middle of the street and do both sides.
Not while I'm holding a camera.
No, but we
But
could
on
go
the street like this, yeah, we could drive up. Rosa could flip out one side and I could flip books out the other side.
Or we do it ourselves.
Or if it's just me, I can do it myself. But there's really a big problem when I forget to put that passenger window down and I'm sitting over here and I flip a book and it bounces right off. Oh, we didn't put our seat belts back on. Listen to that dinging. You did, because you're a good girl. I'm the bad one. As we drive down the road here, flipping our brochures. All right, I'm turning this off because we're going to get killed here. Okay, so there's really no magic or mystery to the tossing. It's just getting the brochures out there, either to the end of the driveway or at the base of the mailbox. And there's a couple ways you can do it. I just stick the brochure in the bag with a recruiting flyer. I don't do anything fancy, no tucking, no twisting, no rolling, no ribbons, no... If I got 10 cases of brochures, I'm out here banging them out, getting the labels on the back, getting the recruiting flyers in there, and getting them back in the boxes so I can get them tossed the next day. And I pull the books out of the box that's sitting on the seat next to me, and I grab it by the corner, and do that whole frisbee motion, that goes right out the passenger window and usually ends up where I want it to, in the driveway there. And if I'm flipping out the driver's side, it's the same thing. Grab the corner, flip it out the window. And every now and then I miss and I have to stop the car and get out and pick it up out of the street or out of the flower bed because I don't want to break anybody's flowers. So the other thing that I've done sometimes, and you got to do it when it's not going to rain, because if it rains and your bag is open, you're going to have a wet, soggy bag. Sometimes the wind will blow it open and the rain will go inside. We don't want, no one's going to want it. It's going to be a wet, soggy book. But if I think it's going to sprinkle a little bit, not necessarily torrential downpours, or sprinkle a little bit, then I've been known to fold the top of the bag down, roll it, and this is a big rubber band, but just rubber band it so they're, rolled up. The opening of the bag is tucked inside. It's not going to get wet and soggy. Then you just throw them all in the box. And these, if you're tossing, especially by yourself, you can flip these out the window. They go even further. So on the little narrow roads where I live, it's easy to frisbee them, but sometimes you got to have a better arm and something a little more weight and power. These can almost go like a football. And some of the girls, we joke about how one of the girls around here, she'll drive down the road and she can flip across the street and over the top of her car with them like this. She's gotten really good at that. I haven't tried over the top of the car yet. I'll probably do some damage and break somebody's window or something. But that's the other way to do it so that they don't get all wet and rained on. But there's, I have seen, the nice folding and tucking. I got no time to waste on any of that. I'm like, get them out. So, and, presentation is important too, but my thought is if they're going to order, unless it's wet and soggy, and then they're not. So, let's see, what did I get here? Yeah, my goal is just to get the books out of the house and to the customer. If you don't have a lot of money to spend on brochures to toss, that's what I wanted to say. If 20 brochures, $20.99 will get you 100 brochures. Sometimes those 100 brochures, if you don't have a lot of time to go knock on doors or whatever, you toss those 100 brochures and you hope that you get customers. I have found over the years that if I take those 100 brochures and hand them to people in person, I get more response, customers and recruits, than if I just hang and hope or toss on the ground. So yes, I do toss, but I still prefer the person-to-person contact if possible, or as much as possible. But I don't ever really buy hundreds of brochures with the intent that I'm going to take those brochures and toss them in the driveways. Maybe hang them on doors if I have a couple condo developments or apartment complexes that I want to do, because I found that even hanging on the doors gets a better response than tossing at the end of the driveway. And again, that depends on the area of the country you live in too, or even around here, the county, because I have some areas that they don't like it. I get nasty phone calls. Other areas, I have never gotten a phone call in years that I've thrown books there. Never gotten a nasty phone call. So again, and these are only like, half-hour ride down the road. So after we tossed, Rosa and I were hungry, and we went to the pizza place, and we stopped there, had a little bit of lunch, and decided to do a little tailgating. So this is just a little bit of what we did in the parking lot that afternoon. Now it's flashing.
All right, so we decided to pick this particular restaurant out of the blue. We didn't plan it ahead of time. We saw the signs. It's in the middle of traffic, and we figured we might as well.
The only thing in the area.
It's in the area. It's between me and Theresa. We kind of live an hour apart.
Oh, yeah.
So when we do work together, we try to meet in the middle. So we decided to, we've never been here before, to pick this particular location.
So we went inside because we had to eat something.
We had to eat something.
Rosa was very friendly to the handsome young man behind the counter.
Well, we didn't say we were going to eat there.
And she batted her beautiful green eyes at him, and she said, what did you say, Rosa?
Can we set up our car and just give free samples to your customer? And he says, go ahead.
I said, sure.
And then we said, can we order some food? Because if he said no, guess what? We weren't going to spend money
We were
there.
going to buy lunch here if he told us no. So he told us yes.
And then
We ate lunch, and then we ordered dinner. Oh, we have to go back in. Did you tell him to make that? Now I have to go. We have to go get dinner for hubby, or when we're done here?
when we're done.
Oh, okay. So because we enjoyed the food, and I have to feed my husband tonight, and I have to have a conference call tonight too. So we ordered dinner for hubby.
Mr. Paul, we're going to
Mr.
treat him good
Paul,
tonight.
Well, that too, but I still have to feed him. I treat Mr. Paul good every night. Everybody knows that. So my sign is crooked on my windshield.
It's okay. Be spontaneous.
Well, it's crooked. So walk around the car, but don't trip. So I kind of made it visible from, oh, I don't even like it there. But okay, it's sort of visible from all the angles. But we have the Avon sign. We have, do not, see if you walk up here, don't trip on that.
Free Avon going that way.
Free Avon on the side, coming around the bend, on the back.
I'm shaking.
It's going to be wobbly and shaky, but we don't care.
All right. And
So-
earn money with Avon.
We tied this sign on the back so that people can see it coming from all angles. They're really going to end up passing us and probably turn around and come back. A lot of times they go one way and then they'll stop on their way home from wherever they're going. So we just set up. We haven't had anyone stop yet. We've never tried this parking lot, but we think we're not seeing a lot of traffic coming by here, but in a little bit I think there will because the mommies will be going home. The school buses are going to be coming soon. Sometimes we've done this and we've only had 1 or 2 people stop, but that 1 or 2 people signed up. You know, sometimes we don't always get 30 people stopping, but we get the serious ones stopping. So we'll see how this goes. But this is how easy it really is. So even if this doesn't work for us today, but that's how easy it is, just walking into the place, introducing yourself and asking, can I set up in your parking lot? And, you know, we're trying, you know, we're kind of out of the way. We're not really in the buyer's front door, but they still have to come past us here. Anything else, Rosa?
That's it so
Okay.
far. And it's kind of cold.
It's a little chilly. It's not, my hands are cold. I have to go find my gloves in a minute. But I have my my free goodies that we're going to do a little drawing. It's just a, you know, product bundle, a few odds and end things, a little bit of everything. Stuff that, you know, we all have things sitting around. I have my contact cards that I got from boxfulofleads.com. So this is what I'm doing this week because it's Halloween week. So
What kind of treats
all
are
of
you
my
giving?
brochures, all of my brochures have candy in them. I
Woohoo!
didn't eat too much when I was bagging them. So I am trying to get rid of my Campaign 22 books, what I have left, because now the holiday things are coming out. But they all have a recruiting flyer in the back. But there's a couple pieces of candy too, so we're offering free brochures and candy. And I'm giving these out all week for Halloween. We're going to, even on Halloween when the moms are out trick-or-treating, I'm making more of these and we're going to take them around for everybody too to hand out to the mommies. So that's what we're doing on Thursday. So, since it's kind of slower here than we expected, there is kind of a lot of traffic here, but not really what we expected people stopping. You know, we did talk to a couple people, but we're putting together some more brochures. Rosa's got a few cases of old books with her. I had some. We're bagging and tagging more books. We're going to go find another area to knock on doors, to hang on doors, or to toss. I have some deliveries to make a few towns over. So we're going to go drop those orders off and get these books out and out of the car and out of our way. Say hi, Miss Rosa.
Yes, I'm busy working.
Rosa, what are you doing?
I'm stuffing books with my name and label. The recruiting flyers. I have 2. I have, of course, Molly style,
Molly flyers.
the Molly flyers, and then I also like.
Oh, the $10 recruiting one. Do you have it there? I see it. Oops. Camera. Whoop. The $10.
And sign up online.
And how to sign up online if they want to. Rosa had 2 online appointments this weekend. That was kind of cool.
That was cool.
So while she was in Pennsylvania working that area and doing some stuff with her husband and her family, she was doing some recruiting over here in this district too. So it's
That'd be great.
amazing tools that we have.
I emailed them and they signed up online, which was fantastic.
Okay, so normally you do get a lot more action and a lot more hellos than we did that day. It was a little slow there. It was a good road, we thought, but not that day or not that time of day. So while we were there, we bagged and tagged whatever brochures we had left, and we went and tossed some more. So now with the holidays, there's a lot of craft fairs you can do, events, open houses, ladies' night out. So see about setting up tables at some of these events. That's a great way to get those 100 hellos. All those people that walk by your table, don't just sit behind the table. I can't stand when I go to these events and I'm walking around and I'm looking and somebody's just sitting behind the table. Just sitting there. Not a smile, not anything. Stand up. Say hello to the people that walk by or that walk up and look at your table. You don't need to be right on them and saying, oh, hi, how are you? Can I shop? But at least say hello to them and let them, you don't want to scare them off, but say hi, smile. Smile. Be friendly, because sitting there with a grumpy face when somebody walks up to your table, that's not warm, that's not inviting, that's not pleasant, that's not anything. You got to say hello at least, okay? Doing the open houses, you don't need a lot of inventory. Bring brochures, bring a few things. If you have some demos from your upline or your district manager, another representative that you can borrow, you don't really need to make a huge investment. You're there trying to network and get your name out and find new customers. So don't say, oh, I can't do it because I don't have inventory, because you can. And just, talking to people, it's networking, it's saying hello, it's getting your name out there. And what else is there? When you get their contact information, getting contact information. Box full of leads. You can get these. This one's a little old and beat up. Boxfullofleads.com. 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 And you can put this on your table when you're doing the events, for your raffles, your drawings, or whatever. If you don't like this graphic, you can make your own and glue it on the thing. Or this is actually a peel-off stick-on one, so you can get, printed on the peel-off paper things yourself. You can buy the Avery ones. You don't have to have it like this, but the boxes are really cool, and I busted this one. It's old, but it had a little thing on the front. You can stick your business cards in. But these things, can you see it? It's a little cruddy here. I can't tell if you can see it. Oh, yeah, check that out. Name, address, email address, phone number, best time of day to contact. I'm interested in receiving a brochure. I'm interested in learning how to earn with Avon. But these contact things are great, and you can buy these little pads. So when I go to Box Full of Leads, I buy a lot of extras of these, because when I'm out canvassing or prospecting, or even everywhere I go every day, I keep these with me, because when I'm speaking to somebody in the store or whatever, I'm like, oh, can I just get your information? I whip this out. It's real official looking, with the Avon logo on it and everything. And so that's how I get, keep people's information. But so get their information and get their email addresses if you can, because this is the next thing, the virtual hello. You're going to put those email addresses, before that. So not only on your tables, but if you can you've seen these things in like the pizza place, the Chinese food place, the nail salon, different little shops, different places that you go do business with. You can buy a few of these. Ask them if you can leave it in their business. And people can fill it out to get entered, you could do a monthly drawing or whatever. But this is a way to get leads and get contact information. So, put these in the businesses too. So, the email addresses. So, you can get the email addresses. You can put them in your web office. You can send them the marketing emails that Avon has for us that they can click right through and shop. Or there's recruiting ones you can send out to become a representative too. So, then that's a virtual hello, right? So let's see what else Rosa does, because I don't know if I talked to you guys about this with the business cards or not, but this is what else we did that day. With permission, we put some brochures in the rack here. I know sometimes you're not supposed to, but they told us we could, so we stuck a few brochures there. We're just at this cute little corner store. So this is what I wanted to show you guys, though. Come over here to the board where the business cards are.
So Rosa takes businesses with addresses so I can do campaign mailer. If they have emails, I will email them through the web office.
She goes to the web office and she adds them in the customer contact, her address book, and she sends them the promotional marketing emails. She's gotten customers that way, recruits that way. She goes over to these things. There's business cards.
There's events.
This one doesn't have, oh, look, a Halloween craft date. Don't take that thing down.
It passed date. It passed date.
Now you just tore the whole thing up. Rose is making a mess in the store here.
Also, you get like business courses.
Oh,
You might
look
meet
at that.
people.
Networking.
Mario's painting. It has an address and it has an email. So I take
So
one.
Rosa takes the business cards. And wait, Rosa, before you pin that back up there, because we have to leave our business cards.
There's room for yours.
That's my credit card. Let go.
Credit card's better. No.
I don't know if there's, yeah, I don't know how many, that might be too many to pin on there, but I'm going to make everybody dizzy here throwing up. That's, just take a few of those. That's my whole stack out of my pocket. I need a few left in there. So I'm going to take some of the cards and pin them up there too.
They're thick.
Yeah. So what else is there? Anything else interesting on the business cards there, Miss Rosa? Music lessons. Oh, look, boxer puppies. Boxer puppies for sale. 3 months old, Rosa. Do you know how cute 3-month-old boxer puppies are? Do you see that? Do you know
Send
how
them
cute-
to Molly.
Do you know how cute boxer puppies are?
They are cute, but I do not want any puppies.
You need a puppy. All right. So Rosa's got her cards and her email addresses and everything. And now that we put our stuff in the store, we have to be good people and go make a purchase at the store too, so that they let us come back here and we're not just abusing their business. So this is all for now. We're going to go make our purchase. So you saw that. So she takes the business cards from, the displays, and she takes them home and she enters them in the computer and she gets new customers, and she's gotten to recruit that way too, or probably even more than one. But so you've seen those things, like those areas set up in the delis or wherever you're doing business. Business. Take them, try it. What else? Oh, Facebook. Say hello to your friends on Facebook, because do we really talk to all those people? How many people do you have in your friend list on Facebook? I'm not even going to say how many I have because it's almost a little embarrassing. But do I talk to them every day? No. But what if you started talking to these people? Just say hello. Like, kind of start saying hi to the people on your friend list. They are supposed to be your friends, right? Start saying hello. Establish relationships. A simple hello could lead to a million things, right? Right? So say hello. I know that this wasn't really a million things about your Avon business, but it was some important things, and it's probably things that we've talked about before. But sometimes we just need to hear it again or to talk about it again. There's really nothing magic about what we do. There's really nothing. People think that, they're like, oh, you're so lucky. You get all these orders. You have so many customers. You're so lucky. I'm not lucky. The harder I work, the luckier I get, okay? So I'm lucky because I go out there and I do these things. I hand the brochures out. I say hello to the people. I give them a lumpy brochure. I toss a book in their driveway. I hang it on their door. I leave my business cards in places. I get contact information. So it's really not about luck. It's just about doing it. And every single one of us can do it. And some of us have different things with jobs or whatever. So you kind of work it around it a little bit. If you can't do it full time, and I quit my job to do this full time, so I do it every day. But while I was working, I still made time to dedicate to do this so that I could quit the job and do this full time. And the tools are all there. Don't make it harder than it has to be. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the company. You have to believe that you can do this. Believe you can. That's really important. Because if you don't, if you're just sitting there thinking, yeah, I can't do this, you're not going to. You're not going to put the effort forward because you've already told yourself you can't. You've already signed off on it's not going to happen for me. So, just sit up in your chair and say, you know what? I can do this. Look, if this girl up in the hick town in Florida, New York, with a population of 2,000 people, can sell several $1,000s worth of product a campaign. Over the past 10 years, I've been anywhere from $85,000 to $112,000 a year in sales. I live in a little town. There's a lot of representatives around here, but I made it work. I go out. I go outside of my town. I network online. I do fundraising. You have to be creative, but I had in my head that I was going to do this. So just say it. Say, I can too. I've got over 600 people in my downline nationwide. If I can do it, any of you can. I'm nothing special. I was a mom, a housewife. I still am, but I'm a successful Avon representative now too. And you can do it too. Just say, I can do this. I will do this. And believe that you can do it. So we didn't show you the chickens crossing the road or the cows watching us drive past, and you missed the pretty horse faces. But this weekend I was with my district manager. We drove several hours to meet with one of my new leadership representatives, a new representative, and it's almost 3 hours each way, getting car sick, the whole thing. But I did it because it's part of the business. It's what I need to do. And I really like doing this, and I happen to like the new representative, and I love her excitement and her motivation. So I did what I had to do, and it was a great day. We had a lot of fun. So just tell yourself, if that girl on the video can do this, I can too. So just make the contacts, establish the relationships, get your name out there, get the books out. Get the hellos. Say hello. Hello. 100 hellos. Get the contact information. Follow up. F-U. Follow up. And just keep going and keep growing. Which, by the way, is the chapter in the book, A View from the Top. And I have them available too. And what did I do? I moved the books. I had it right next to me. Keep going. Keep growing. A View from the Top. It was co-authored by 22 senior executive unit leaders, including myself, as well as some from the UK and Canada, and I have these available to you. Volume 2 is coming out very shortly, so we're really excited about that. 25 seniors in that book, so stay tuned for that. A lot of my good friends are in there. Miss Molly Stone Bibb, I can't wait. I already pre-ordered my books from her, but so what else? So remember to tune in and take part in all of the best information that's out there on Facebook and youravon.com. Use your district manager and your upline. Attend the meetings. Get educated. Get informed. Do the Pathways webinars and the training. There's some really great things out there. And just go out there and say hello. Because that simple hello could lead to a million things.